Whee! Oh. We're just back here. I really thought it would be different in the sequel. God damn it. You're kidding. So wait, is this what heaven looks like? If this is actually heaven, then I don't want to go to heaven. I want to go to hell. Begin again. Okay, you know what? I have an idea.
This was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Okay. Will do. This is my home now. I will never leave this safe space. Nah, just kidding. I don't know why I feel the need to turn off these computers. I think it's because nobody's using them and it's just a waste of energy, you know? That's why I'm doing it. Actually, hold on.
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
An utterly sexy bucket, too. No, I was gonna try to use the bucket and then go to heaven. No! Okay. Dang it. That's fine. I don't know what to do, actually. Where am I going now? That is the only computer with solitaire on it. I feel like there's something special going on with that computer. Something we need to get to the bottom of. Speaking of things we need to get to the bottom of, Employee 432. This right here, there's something going on. Do we have a door 432? 432? Let's take a look around.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest, and this was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, Stanley did not. Stanley had other ideas.
No,
said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Stanley had the idea of simply jumping to his death.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
That's beautiful. But let's be serious here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, give me the bucket.
Ah, the embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
Indeed. Let's go, Ben.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yes. There's actually something I haven't tried yet.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remedy. Coming to a staircase,
I'm sorry.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Let me just take a look. Okay. I still have a couple of things I want to try.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh, I forgot about this down here. Shit. Next time. Okay, down we go, Ben. I want to try and turn it off now. The mind control. Okay, don't get jump scared by the fucking lights.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Let's go, Ben. We're gonna turn off this devilish machine together. We'll do it while holding hands. No more silly birds.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
It's gonna be okay, Ben. They're just birds. Don't worry.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Okay.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never... Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths to part with the bucket.
No!
No. Stanley can't leave this place, not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
What? No, I wanted to escape. It almost felt like a prequel to the whole story we had between the bucket and Stanley. You know, with the apartment and going to work, and the apartment and going to work. Maybe that's what we did in that apartment. We watched the movies halfway through and then watched the remaining half in reverse. I don't think I would enjoy that, though. That doesn't sound like something I would enjoy, watching movies in reverse. Ugh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Wait a minute. Has that door always been open? Maybe it has. Maybe I'm smoking something. I mean, this door has always been open, so maybe this one also has been open. Huh, never mind. Wait a minute. The fuck is this? Huh? Ben? Daniel? Oh.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
What the fuck? No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
No, I'm scared of this place. It's too liminal for me. Fuck this.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
No. Alright, Ben, let's go for a ride. I actually forgot what the hell this was leading to.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Oh, no.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
All right, man. Sounds good. Just give me a moment, okay? I gotta do things with this bucket in private. I'm pooping in it. All right. What is this picture here? Wait, why is that so creepy? What is that a picture of? Care about you, Stanley? It's like an intervention or something. I don't have a problem, okay? Ben is real, damn it.
Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Yeah. We're back.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
What do you mean? No! No, not the bucket. No! I'm not giving it up. I'm not giving you up, Ben. Fuck. Really? Ben! Oh, that's dark. I don't like the look of this.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
No!
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No! Fuck!
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No! Ben!
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it.
No.
We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want.
No! Is that the Bucket Destroyer?
Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Ah, Jesus Christ. I don't think this game has an ending. I think I've realized that the end is never the end. This game just keeps going forever. There's infinite content. After the new content, we have new content. And then we have brand new content.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, what's happening here now? I'm losing my mind! This ain't right!
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Oh, Daniel, you don't even know the first thing. What the bucket and I get up to at night, okay?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Actually, hold on. Where am I going? Yeah, go left. We're gonna escape. We're gonna get out of here, Ben. We're leaving.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Let's go, Ben.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I just realized it's where the fireplace was, of course. That's where that goes. It's not actually something you can get that... Man, what is up there? I can't take it! Ah! Ah! Take me down. We're gonna escape this facility together, Ben. And together, we're gonna live happily ever after.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
No.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Nah. I don't believe it.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Don't listen to him, Ben. Daniel is full of shit. This is salvation. Whoa. Right, this is that place. Completely forgot about this.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Guess we're about to kick the bucket.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
No. That is not true. The Stanley Parable.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Really? Oh, this is the museum part. But it's different now. That's right. Feels like an eternity ago I was here last. The bucket. I love this black and white image there. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? There is no way in hell I will continue to live in ignorance and darkness. I will fill up my mind with all the latest and greatest in bucket knowledge.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Well, by pulling up the bucket into literal heaven, you do kind of make it seem noble. But that's just the presentation of it, you know? Is it coming back down? Okay. Oh man. 25 buckets. A photograph of 25 buckets. The greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. Damn. That's a lot of buckets. A bucket with 2 handles. Was this made by Da Vinci? This bucket is depicted as having 2 handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. What a freak of nature. Get it out of my sight! Can't stand the look of that. Inferno bucket. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. The stress bucket, an analogy. Presented without commentary. Stress equals the level of water in the bucket. Vulnerability is equal to the size and strength of the bucket. Coping strategies equals holes. Rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy, more rest and relaxation. It's like relieving the bucket. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, and lack of reassurance all go in the bucket. And when you drain the bucket, you drain your mind of worries. That's beautiful. Lovely stuff. I feel so privileged to receive this information of the bucket. Cave drawing. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Praise the bucket.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Oh, that's bright. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance, inevitably, is for our own good. No! Ben! I'll grab you! It's mine! I thought for sure I was gonna fall.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander.
Okay, I sacrificed myself for Ben. Oh, man. Okay, so I actually just die. I did it for Ben.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Wait, are there more balloons than usual, or am I tripping right now?
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
Ego? Checked. Moving along? Affirmative. Wait a minute. These doors are already open.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh wait, they've always been open. For some reason, I seem to remember coming through this door and then having them both open in front of me. Well, I don't know where to go now. Hold on. What have I not done? I'm not sure. Let's go right again.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Okay. Maybe we'll go there and hang out for a bit.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Okay.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Okay.
Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that
I'm gonna
the
jump
bucket
down.
had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I did not, as you can see. Let's see if I can bring the bucket past the no bucket point now.
No, stop. Look
No!
there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
I'm sorry.
What if the problem is that you actually don't know what it...
Okay, I'm gonna start again, I guess. What is the point of this place? I'm losing my mind! Let me out! Let me out of here! No! Ah! Again!
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
They keep giving me new dialogue. But I don't know. where to go.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yes. And what did we do now?
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay. I gotta be honest, I'm not sure... I can't think of anywhere else to go right now.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I cannot think of anywhere that I haven't gone. So the way things work is that I can go somewhere without the bucket, experience something, and then go there with the bucket, experience something different. And I can't for the life of me think of any more paths. Unless I simply don't remember. This place is really taunting me, I have to say. It's driving me crazy. God damn it, can I do anything here? Don't think so. I wonder if there is a final end. Or if it actually is never the end. The end is never the end, is never the end. The game has been telling me that all this time, right? And it would fit, I guess, with the style of the game, where it's like this nightmare that just keeps going.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Hold on. There's gotta be something with this computer. If I can somehow escape heaven.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Daniel? Daniel! This is a fucking nightmare! Hoagie Man, help me! The end is never the end. Oh! Hello!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Ah, Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need.
What the fuck is going on? Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Dog mode? What the fuck?
Stanley
This game is driving me crazy!
Little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
Get me out of here!
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. What the fuck?
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have
No!
stiffers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here
No!
for hours.
Jump cut surprise. So I was running around for the longest time, just I couldn't find anything to do. And then I remembered starting the game over. So here we go. Please adjust the slider until the dog and the cat are friends. I knew it. What? Aww. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Really? Wait. 9? I'm gonna go for this one. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Which of the two made-up words below is most appealing to you? Occuboinkle or scrumtush? I hate both of them. I would say I'm pretty torn. I hate them both equally. Occuboinkle. I don't know. Maybe slightly towards Occuboinkle. Please don't adjust the slider. Don't tell me what to do! Daniel! Wait, is this even Daniel? I wonder if this is Daniel speaking to me right now. Is he messing with me already in the menu? Do you know what time it is right now? I have no clue. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Well, I'm biased in my time zone, but I would say yes, every time is the correct time. What is time anyway? Yes. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yeah. There is. Help. No. Will you come back to visit me? Yeah. Okay, dude. Ugh, what's going on here? This game is wild, man. I wonder if that is Daniel speaking to me in the beginning. Okay. Let's go back in, I guess. I just don't know what to do anymore. It's just...
This is the story of a man named Stan.
Skip. You have been skipped, sir. 427. Stanley is back at it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Stanley does not miss memos. How many times do I have to tell you this? Daniel? So hold on. What have I not done yet? I honestly kind of just want to restart the game again and see what new is gonna pop up. You know? Man. What have I not done yet? Let's think about this. So you can do things with the bucket and without the bucket. If we go left through the door, we get to the meeting room. We have done the broom closet, both with and without the bucket. We have gone below, with and without. We have gone up. Going up leads to the office. We go through the office. We've gone to mind control with and without. We have pressed yes and no there, with and without the bucket. Wait, have I? If I press yeah... Oh yeah, we have. Yeah, we've done both. But escaping, we've also done both. If I go right through the door, we get to the meeting room. No, the break room. And then after that, we can choose to jump off the platform. And we've done that with and without the bucket. Wait, have I actually done... I can't think of anything to do. Hold on. What about the phone? The phone? The phone we've done with and without. Yes. Hold on. But did I unplug the phone with the bucket? I don't remember. You know what? I'm just gonna take a quick trip.
Stanley without the bucket really Stanley at all? No. No, surely not. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No, I'm gonna go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Right.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Keep going.
Was this better? No.
I'm just trying to take a look around here.
The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
So I have gone down the elevator with and without the bucket too. What else have I done?
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
So I've gone through the red and blue door with and without. I have picked up the phone with and without. Have I? Yeah. Because that takes me to the whole apartment bullshit. I have unplugged the phone with and without. Fuck, I don't know. Hold on. Go back. Maybe I go left. I need to see what else is left.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh yeah, this is reset every time. That's right. There's something about the heaven. I think if you do something specific before going to the heaven, when you're at 5 bars, I guess, on that progress bar, then something will happen. But I was thinking maybe I could bring the bucket to heaven, but I can't. The heaven is only meant for me, it seems. Let me try to go left here now. I need to remind myself what I can do.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
He entered the door on his left. I love his voice.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So I've gone down here with and without the bucket, and there's no more options there. There's no more branching paths. That's how I need to think about this. Let me just quickly check this. I may have done everything in the game. I don't know what else there is to do. Except restarting and see what else kind of shenanigans the game throws at me in the beginning. You know, in the menu. There's something about this elevator, maybe. I love this damn painting. I actually kind of want that painting in my own room, in real life. Would be really funny. So hold on. There's 2 options, and then one of those options diverge into 2 other options. Oh, wait a minute! I haven't tried going up with the elevator here.
Stepping into his manager's
without the
office,
bucket.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Daniel, I've heard you say these words so many times. That's why I'm skipping through you, okay? Come on, man. Calm down.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Am I tripping? Or is this ashtray kind of look like the top of a bucket? Everything is starting to look like a bucket now. That's a bucket. Okay, I'm gonna try and go up now without the bucket. Last time, that was the whole bucket thing. I needed to explain the 3 thing to the bucket, remember? But I haven't actually gone up without.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Back up.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Oh my god, what's gonna happen now? If anything at all. Maybe nothing will happen, actually.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative.
Wow.
I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Can I leave? What if I put in 3 now? Nothing else? What if I put in 2, 8, 4, 5? Okay. I guess we go back down.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, why does he keep coming up with all of this?
Oh, that's amazing. Back up.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
This is so good, man. Is it actually just the boss's office, or is it something else?
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Holy fuck, that scared me so much! The music! God damn! What the hell is this?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Daniel! Come on, Daniel! That is amazing. It's drinking from the coffee.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Oh, listen up. I have the greatest idea for a twist in this story. You're not gonna believe it. But it involves going down with the elevator and, wait for it, going back up again. Huh? I know. It's a whole new thing. We're gonna try it, okay? It's gonna be great.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
I sense a bit of sarcasm there, Daniel. I don't appreciate it. Back up! Nothing?
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better.
Oh my God. We're actually back here.
The room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Oh yeah, I know about this one. We've been here before, Daniel. Don't you remember? We did this one already.
Ah, yes. Here it is, just through this door.
What if I don't? What if I, in a huge twist, take the elevator back down again? Bet you weren't expecting that, huh? The storytelling of Stanley is unparalleled. I can't even get back. Okay. So much for free will! Just saying. Daniel, you hear that? You won't even let me express my art form here. Alright.
Alright, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling, and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
Dude.
Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Wait a minute. Look at this check mark here. Remember the whiteboard? With the dog? Oh shit. What did I do? What did I do? What did that just unlock? Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. Break a leg, champ. from my boss. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get him, Tiger. I love the way you write elevators. XX. Stanley, my true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife, from the apartment ending. Nicely done, Daniel. I know you wrote that, you bastard. You're full of it. I kind of want to go back to the dog whiteboard. The whiteboard ending. And see if anything's changed there. Isn't that peculiar? That just excited me so much. That check mark right there gave me that pooping feeling. It's hard to explain, but I feel it in my butt. Whoa! Wow! Wait, what was that text just now? There were some subtitles just now that flashed and then flashed away. What the fuck? Dude, that actually felt really nice. I was so depressed after that ending with the bucket, where nobody showed up. It was just so sad. At least people showed up for this one. Up, down, then up again. Although it did feel a little bit like Daniel mocking me, right? For sure. Oh, actually,
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
Hold
go
on,
to
Daniel.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I actually want to see if this is different now that I don't have a bucket.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
So it's gotta be different, because the last time I did it, he mentioned something about making the bucket touch the door. And if I don't have a bucket, he's gonna say something new.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
You're breaking my finger here, Daniel. You really are. You know that? How about I give you 50 slaps?
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
I'll do that. Aha! Why do I get so excited about that fucking progress bar? It just leads me to a bullshit heaven. And I never saw this again. We saw someone walk past once and he's just gone now. God damn it. Okay.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Wait, oh, that was in the beginning. So far, it seems similar to what I had before.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Okay, man. I love how excited Daniel gets about this.
Now, back to door number 437.
Okay. I'm doing it. By the way, what if I hadn't clicked on that door in the very beginning of the game? I would have never discovered this shit. How? Like, that is so random.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Okay, it's pretty much the same, just without the bucket, I guess. You said 417.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
I know what that is. Hold on, go like this. Shit, how do I get up again?
Yes!
This is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. Yes, sir. Say no more.
We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Daniel, you're way too excited. Is that the first time I've ever seen all caps? Wait. Wait, what did he say? Did he say 417? Oh no. Shit! I forgot. Oh, wait, was the copy machine? Back to the copy machine, right?
Finish it off, Stanley.
There it is.
5 clicks on door 430. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
Calm down.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
That's amazing. Oh, wait a minute. If I get this up to... Wait a minute. No. I don't know about the heaven. The heaven is, weird. I honestly don't know where else we can go. I'm trying to think what other places there is to go. And I cannot think of any place at all. So I'm gonna, once again, restart the game just to see if anything different happens in the beginning. I just wanna, I'm too intrigued by all that. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna cut it here, see ya. Here we are. What time is it? I don't know. Does anyone really, truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all of the game's settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do. Like a day job. And now, the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. Fuck you. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. Really? You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. What? Epilogue! That has to mean I've done everything in the game. What? Many, many years later. No, what? Daniel! I'm sorry! That's the last memory I have of this place. Oh, tell me I can go to heaven now properly. Whoa. That's beautiful! I'm still dreaming! Whoa! Office chairs. Remarkably sturdy chairs. Damn. That's really pretty. Memory zone. Please don't take me out. Please don't take me out of here. I need to see it. Oh, the music is so good. Oh, man. Daniel? I thought there was a man standing in the back. I thought those lamps on the left wall were a face. What the fuck? Wait, Cookie 9. Isn't that one of the people giving Steam reviews? Review, the Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fanbase. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1? Like the adventure line. Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from... What do we have over here? Review SNRAF3. Okay. Wait, I can't. Oh, I was stuck there for a second. What's this? Oh, I thought these were gold coins I could pick up. My gamer brain activated.
Jim.
I love it. Stanley Parable developers. No more spin-offs. No more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise. But a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about. Yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game, and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Jim. Jim. I love that.
Jim.
Who is Jim? Ah, Jim. Oh, Jimmy boy.
Jim.
Oh, figurines. Stanlerines. Figure Stanlerines. Yay! Oh, the numbers go up. Dopamine. 26. Wait, am I running faster? Whoa. That clock is tripping me out. I don't know what it is about it. It seems unnatural. Thank you for enjoying the new content. That's the same sign we saw earlier. I'm still at my computer. Are we gonna wake up from the computer? Whoa. Wait a minute. Okay. What the fuck? What the hell? I don't know what to do. Invisible door somewhere? Damn. I think I just have to restart. Oh! Whoa, why did that work suddenly? Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developers said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense! The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy! Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes! Let's run this franchise into the ground! Let's drag it through the mud and back! By the way, the sun will not explode. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we're gonna make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead. Try combining some random words together to make a new title for a game. The Stanley Parable 3. Return to space. The Stanley Parable 3, Return to Space. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1. And then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again, with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Let's do it. Good. Then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like I'm giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? That's right, the free achievement. Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see? I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're gonna keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. What if I just leave it at 12? Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. That's fine. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. That's amazing! Hey! What the hell, dude? That's awesome. Begin, let's play it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I just want to see if this changes.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building.
Okay, I don't think so. Alright guys, welcome to a new show. This is the Stanley Parable 3. I'm really excited about this one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's say it together. Are you ready? Stanley does not miss memos. By the way, the sequel? Lies! This is the trequel, or what would you even call that? The third one in this series. By the way, I just forgot. The whiteboard ending. So we clicked the check mark. Oh, but then I restarted the game. Hopefully that didn't do anything. Whoa. Oh. The achievement machine. Return to the Stanley Parable 2 Expo Hall. Yes. Daniel, you got nothing to say about all this.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Okay. Dude! What if I bring the bucket here? I had the option, right? I forgot. Was there a bucket?
To be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really. Here we are. Go on. try out some of the new features.
Wait, what if... Can I grab a second one? Or is it still gone from in here? Oh.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
This is not my bin. It has the stickers.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Amazing. But now I'm curious, what about the other bucket? I have two buckets now.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Here we go. I love this sticker on it. It won't end. It will in fact end. Let's see if it works now.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Yay!
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement?
Oh, yeah.
The machine works. Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Yeah. What's going on here, huh, Daniel? Looks like I have a new friend. Someone better than Daniel. You were just not good enough for me, Daniel. I needed to find a new one. And I have found him.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
How do I get back out of here? I forgot. Well, I guess I could just restart.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Epilogue!
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Wait a minute. Was this open here last time as well? I just never found it? Whoa, wait a minute. I gotta go back in the VOD and look. Settings World Champion, Infinite Hole, free achievement. This is new. That's new. Exactly. That's amazing. Settings World Champion. Say what now? Something in the settings? Huh. I'm not seeing anything suspicious. What? You know what? This may have been here last time. I just missed it. But I'm definitely gonna look at the VOD and see. Epilogue. I can't go back, can I? No, he locked it. Daniel! How did I actually exit this place last time? Oh, wait, I remember. We went up to... What's that? Wait, can I change the balloons?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Okay, I want the white one, so I'm gonna pick the blue one now.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
For a second, I was almost about to press the white one first. Because it wouldn't surprise me if Daniel would fuck me the second time, you know? Be like, oh, you expected me to pick the one you didn't choose. Or something. But now I did it. We've got white balloons now.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Yes, we are. Don't even think about it. Do not even think about it, bro. Also, who is that woman up there on the poster? I noticed that last time. And then promptly forgot about it. I do wonder if that is the narrator that we get in the museum. When Daniel is not speaking anymore. We have a new one talking. Exit. This is where I went last time. I'm gonna go that same way. Maybe something changed. Yeah.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yes.
Ready to move on now?
I think so. No screenshots. I just took a screenshot.
Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, can I snatch that figurine for me? Collectible.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. and I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than
I think this is
anything
just the
to create
same. I'm gonna begin the game again. Nice, we got the white balloons now. Very cool.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What have I not done? That one's useless, by the way. I don't think there's anything else to do with the heaven.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna try and bring this.
As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them.
Dude, he's gonna react to this, though. If I already bring a bucket there, he's gonna be so confused. Like, how do I pick up another bucket, right?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Haha. Daniel? Oh, it just instantly comes down.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket?
Ha!
Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Whoa!
Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you.
No!
Stanley, the power of 2
Ben!
buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
What? That's amazing. Okay, yeah, too much happiness is no good. Can't have that. I love that the game even accounts for this sort of shit, you know? Like, I imagine what would happen if I do this, and something new happens. Okay. We start again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Oh, it's
decided
back.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna... Hold on, let me think. I don't know what to do. I don't know what there's to do. This door is just open now. Interestingly. Well, the game is never ending, right? The end is never the end, is never the end.
What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out.
How about I go left?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
You know what? I'm going for the broom closet ending. That's my favorite.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Okay, so here's the deal. I think I have exhausted this game of much of its options. This is the end for me. I don't know what else to do. The end is never the end. So I choose the broom closet ending. And that's where I will end it all. I'm gonna quit. In a moment. First I gotta hang out in this broom closet just a bit more. Oh, this does feel good. Maybe I will actually leave the bucket here in the broom closet, where it really belongs. And I will take off the Property of Stanley sticker once and for all. And I will put this relationship between Ben and I to rest. No more. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is the end. I've had a blast with this game. One of the most unique games I've ever played, I have to say that for sure. I had no idea what to expect going in, and I'm still as confused now as I was at the very start of the game. So that's saying something. Now, I may not have gotten everything out of this game that is theoretically possible to get, but that's okay. I did my best, okay? I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.